I wanted to share this. I'm going to try uploading this video again. That meditation I did the other day, and it was an idea that I got from seeing a talk on mycelium. So, mycelium is the root system, mostly talked about with mushrooms and their root system, and they connect, but also with trees. So there's certain growths of trees that they have found in certain areas where they notice the tree roots and they all interconnect and they talk to each other. And the idea that came to me was by meditating on us grounding into that and hooking into that system ourselves, that it's a way to ground and really have a connection to Mother Earth, and a connection to ourselves, maybe, but really in the grounding of it to bring just some anchoring in, if you will, at times. We can feel very heady sometimes and out of our body, or go into fight or flight, or be in fear. And it feels like this practice, when you do it, or remember to do it, and again, this doesn't have to be a lengthy thing. You can put on some music, some headphones that can help you with your busy mind. There's so much on YouTube nowadays, and I'm sure you can find it on other platforms like Spotify or Pandora, or I'm sure there's other ones out there I don't even know about. Venmo, maybe, or it's not Venmo, that's anyway. Anyway, platforms. But there's music. Calm Well puts out some really good mind kind of altering music, because the hertz levels do change some brainwave patterns. There's plenty of music out there with EMDR where it goes back and forth. So it's kind of playing around and finding the music that you find very soothing to you and your brain, because we are not all the same. So in this meditation, this is what I suggest. And again, like I said, it can be just 5-10 minutes. It doesn't have to be a long time unless you want it to be. But the idea is to start with the breath, of course, breathing in. And I like the idea of breathing in a color. Something about the color, adding the color to the breath, helps the body just kind of feel soothed, bathed in a color. And so you're taking these breaths, you're breathing in. And once you kind of feel a little like, okay, I'm centered, I've got the breath going, imagine from the bottom of your hip area, around your sacrum, your tailbone area, your hip area, that you are growing some roots out. And maybe it's just one big tree root or plant root, or maybe you feel there's several roots. You can imagine it however you want. And as you're just sitting and breathing, you just imagine that root system, and you can also do it through your feet, although I find that doing it through your hip area really anchors in the groundedness. But do what feels best for you, feet or the hip area. So again, just imagine as you're breathing and calming that you've got this root system that's going down into Mother Earth with the intention, because that's always what's important, is the intention of connecting to this root system that is in Mother Earth. And you could be anywhere. You don't have to be out in the forest to connect to it. Again, you're using your imagination, that you're connecting into this root system that is all through nature and Mother Earth, where the wisdom and the groundedness can help you. It's like a neural pathway that is interconnected and sending messages to each other and sending healing where it needs to go and sending support where it needs to go. And just kind of giving you this grounded feeling. So just try this as we breathe in. We're going to allow that tree root or plant root or roots to go out. It's just leaving and it's going down, 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 down into Mother Earth with the intention that we are connecting in with this very vibrant and nourishing and calming root system. And just imagine that we're plugging into where we most need to go. And maybe it's a root system with a beautiful tree. Maybe it's a root system with the fungi out there, the mushrooms. Or maybe it's the root system of flowers or your favorite plants that are out in nature. Just allow it to happen organically. And just imagine that you're finding where your root system plugs in perfectly. It's not forced. It just plugs in. And just allow that to settle in and just sit with that being plugged in and feeling grounded and allowing any messages that you may need to come. And maybe it's not messages of words. Maybe it's just energy. Maybe it's just a feeling. And really feeling connected to this planet which we live on and the intelligence that she brings. And just sit in that for as long as you want. You might in the future set a little timer if you want to do it for just 5-10 minutes, or bring yourself back out of it to go about your day. But when you're feeling like you really need to just get rooted, this can also really help with anxiety. Because once we're in our body and we're connected to this beautiful root system, this divine intelligence of Mother Earth, it helps us just go. Because that root system, she will take that anxiety and turn it into soil and fuel and nutrients for Mother Earth, while also sending you messages of calmness. I mean, it's all going to be okay. We're here, we're planted, we're rooted. So I call this the rooting meditation, for lack of a better word. I hope this gives you some ideas to play around with. Of course, use your imagination, because really mindfulness is really about using our imagination, correct? And trusting ourselves. We're building a place to learn to trust ourselves. So many of us with traumatic histories, traumatic things that have happened in our lives, knocked our confidence a little bit in trusting ourselves. But when we get rooted and get solid, you feel it in your solar plexus, you know? You feel it. Like, okay, I know this to be true about my life. And that may change down the road. Truth is not a completely solid thing. I'm not sure. I think, especially for our lives and our belief systems, they change over time. And maybe there's a core belief that doesn't change, but really it's about trusting yourself and what you know to be true for your life and who you are. So I hope this gave you some food for thought and is helpful. And I send you blessings and love, and just know, whatever, if it's a bad time, this too shall pass. We're on this roller coaster of life, And sometimes a roller coaster is a baby roller coaster, sometimes it's a big one. And we just breathe. We have to breathe through it and find some tools to help us. So let me know what you think if you want to give me some feedback. And yeah, blessings, joy.